And then for me to move on to the next set of initiations, I had to integrate my family into it. I had to bring my partner into it, my husband, and I had to start to create space for my daughter to participate in it because she's becoming a woman.
Mm.
And that should be for me that the in my life at least that is the like stepping stones of it as a mother is that I'm learning these things. Like I'm reclaiming these things in my life and relearning them so I can pass them on to my lineage. So what happened in Egypt on when I was by myself on a solo trip in Egypt was I realized I had all this desire to create things and to be something and to be someone. But really came through to me in Egypt was that my lineage was my legacy, that it didn't matter all that much if I wrote a book or if I, started a great group or if I had a really fantastic profession. Those are all really important in my development, but really in the scope of my life, my lineage is my legacy, and I'm learning these things not to write that book, but I'm learning these things to pass on to my children.
What were the hiccups, the emotional ups and downs that
Oh my goodness.
especially you and your husband like worked through?
It was a lot. It was a very, very busy season because it wasn't just like we packed up and went to Europe. We closed a business.
Yeah.
We had
Wow.
an auction. We had an auction and sold all of our things through an auction. And not just like 16 years worth of things that we had collected as a couple. So it was like really putting our whole relationship on display in our driveway for people to come and bid on. I don't have a lot of like connection to like material things, but that was really hard for me because when you saw all those things and the memories of them and then people like touching them and like rummaging through them, you're like, oh, that's my things. Like that's my history. So we had an auction and that was a lot of hard work to prepare for. And then we put our house on the market to sell. But to do that, we had to finish the remodel that we had been doing for 9 years.
Oh.
So there was like this subset. So basically, I handled planning our trip. I handled booking our accommodation we are going to do and our plane tickets. And my husband was very much the forefront on finishing the house and, dissolving his business. And we worked together on the auction. We hired a company to do that. So, but yeah,
Mm.
there was a lot of, as I would say, like muggle things we had to do, to prepare for this epic journey.